am here to change the narrative of the world. I am here to change the narrative of the world.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New.
Barka da zuwa Dudu Spray FM, tasha ta ƙasar Afirka.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Good day, everyone listening to us right now. Welcome to African Youth Parliament. Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to you from Dudu Spray FM, the first and only Pan-African radio. Merry Christmas to you from me, your honorable host, Damai. I wish you a very Merry Christmas, and I am happy to have you on today's show. Today being a special day, a very wonderful day of the year, a day of happiness and joy, a day that everyone looks forward to. So once again, I welcome you to African Youth Parliament. Here on African Youth Parliament, we discuss things that are very important to our society. We discuss things that are important to the future. We discuss the past and align it to our present in as much that it can give us a wonderful future. We discuss things that most people are afraid to discuss. So welcome to African Youth Parliament. So once again, I appreciate Dudu Spray FM, the first and only Pan-African radio, for this wonderful opportunity. It is always a pleasure to be here.
I am here to change the narrative of the world.
I thank everyone that has joined us on today's parliamentary show. I thank every panelist. I thank you very much, Ajoke Ade. It's always a pleasure to have you on the show. I thank you very much, Ms. Kemi Macaulay. I love it when you're on the show too. I thank you, Mr. Michael Gedengbe. It is always a pleasure. Thank you very much for joining us today. So today we are discussing the day. We are discussing the event of today. Today is Christmas Day. What is Christmas? So first, I'll tell you some things I think about Christmas. Then you tell me what Christmas means.
I am here to change the narrative of the world.
Christmas, Xmas. You see, in many countries, Christmas is signified by snow. When you see snow, to me, I'm starting with myself. When I see snow, the first thing that comes, apart from winter, is Christmas. Because Christmas movies that I used to see as a child, I was always saying snow and snow and snow. But there is no snow in Africa. So I was always like, but well, that is one part of it. Then when I see Christmas, there is someone we call Father Christmas. You can see, if you see any picture, but known as Santa Claus actually. Well, in the part of Africa where I am, we call it Father Christmas. We call him Father Christmas, Father Christmas. Father Christmas that rides a reindeer. We don't understand why he rides a reindeer, but we've never asked questions. But that is not what we're here to discuss today. Maybe some other time. So why does Father Christmas or Santa Claus ride reindeers? We don't know. We don't care. For now, we're coming back. This is African Youth Parliament. So now, also, he's always on the art.
I am here to change the narrative of the world.
That is the depiction. But according to the Christian religion, Christianity, Christmas is the day when we celebrate the Lord Jesus Christ, the birth of the Lord Jesus Christ, the virgin birth of the God on earth. So that is the day we celebrate Jesus Christ. He was born on earth, and it's a wonderful time. Though many people believe Christmas couldn't have been December because December is when there is snow and cold. So why would the shepherds be outside? Some people believe it's around that May, June, July, about that time. So, but it's always wonderful to have Christmas because Christmas to me is food, so much food. Christmas to me is love, and that's what Christmas is to me. So now I'll be asking you, what is Christmas to you? So first, let's call on Ajoke Ade. Ajoke Ade, what is Christmas to you? Thank you.
Okay, many thanks to everybody, and I say compliment of the season. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year in advance. And beautifully, we will be here on the first two. So everybody that is here today, you have a free invite to African Youth Parliament on the 1st of January 2023. Olódùmarè keep us beyond there. Inshallah, lágbára Jésù. Àmì àṣẹ. Ẹ kú dédé àsìkò yìí káàkiri àgbáláyé tẹ́ tí ń gbọ́ wa. Ọmọ yẹn Àjọkẹ́ Adé náà ló wà lórí ìkànnì. African Youth Parliament là ń ṣe lénìí. What is Christmas to me? Well, Christmas is a day when I'm very angry. It's a day I think of slave trade. It's a day I think of slavery. It's a day I bear the burden and agony of our fathers who were carted away. And I wonder, our fathers were forced away. But
I
right
am the
now,
Dhamma.
we
I
are
am
going
changed
to
the
the
narrative of the
bondage and
world.
slavery willingly. Don't get it mixed up. It's a day I think of the heels of foreign religions to Africa. So today I cook beans, beg your pardon, because and every year I cook beans on Christmas Day. Why do I cook beans? I'm only pleading with Olodumare to keep us because ọdọọdún lẹ̀wà máa ń wà. So I don't know anything about Iresi. So maybe if I've heard about Iresi. So now it's a day I'm not really, I've been working since morning. So thank God I've always been a media personnel. So it's the day I work. So Christmas to me, it's not a day I eat. If I have my way, I'm going to fast and tell Olodumare to rewind the clock so that we'll be able to find our path. Because we are a lost generation. I'm entitled to my opinion. But generally speaking, Christmas happened to be the day the whole world decided to celebrate the birth of the Lord Jesus Christ, a man who was born in the manger. The humble beginning is a lesson for us all. But when I look at the way we live, we've not learned lessons from him. So it's a day I really ask myself questions, and important questions like, are we really deceiving ourselves? Can we just tell ourselves the truth and tell ourselves that we have not been doing the right thing? Today now, this is the day we segregate between the poor and the rich. You see the rich killing cows, kitchen, what else? Chicken, and that woman with 4 children who couldn't feed. What do? We just take a bowl of rice with chicken. What will that do in the life of that person? Àwọn àgbà bọ̀ wọ́n ní àjọjẹ òdùn bẹ́ẹ̀ nìkan ò ní. So it's a day we need to ask ourselves questions. Are we living our lives like Christ? Jesus Christ was born in a manger. All of us, if we say we get small money, where will they carry our wives to give birth? America, Europe. So we are a generation deceiving ourselves. Anyways, all the same, I say Merry Christmas. And that is why I woke up this morning with the article, and it's on our YouTube channel, Duduspree Official. I asked the question, why Christmas in Africa? Because every year we celebrate Christmas as if we are chaining ourselves the more and telling ourselves kudos to those who put us in slave trade. Even our forefathers too, they were not exempted. So anybody who has missed or is yet to see that video, you can just take a few minutes to learn a lesson from it. But it's still Merry Christmas. It's a great day to be alive. Ẹ ṣé púpọ̀.
Merry Christmas. Is it indeed a Merry Christmas? Now that's a new tag. Ajokade, thank you very much. You have the knack of bringing a new perspective, a new view, of turning my head. Each time we talk, I tend to look at things from other perspective. You remind me that I'm not the only one on earth, that I'm not the only person, and I'm not the only one with a mind to think. That means many other people are thinking and thinking from different directions. And that is why we have African Youth Parliament, for people to talk and express their opinions, for people to have a voice and let the whole world know. I wish everybody would be here today to tell you what they think about Christmas. I wish they could express what they feel, because it's a moment of feeling. It's a season to feel something. So thank you very much, Ajokade. Thank you very much, Duduspree FM, for this wonderful opportunity. Those of you listening to us on Duduspree FM, Thank you very much. Thank you for your time. Thank you very much for your time. So we'll go to the next panelist. Please, Miss Kemi. Kemi, please, can you tell us what do you think about Christmas? What does Christmas mean to you? Thank you very much, ma'am.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Yeah, good evening.
Christmas is a celebration of the birth of Jesus Christ, and it's just to remind us that we still have a hope in life. Because when we think of Christmas, we think of the birth of Christ, His death for us on the cross, and the reason why we are still alive, and why we can still believe that there is nothing God cannot do. And we thank God for another gift of life. It's just for hope for tomorrow.
That's a very great opinion too. Thank you very much, ma'am. Christmas, birth of Christ. I really love that. This is very interesting now. This is very interesting. I have something to say, but I wouldn't say it now because I still want to hear what another person thinks. Okay, so okay, Brati, quickly. Okay, thank you. Let's see what you think. Thank you very much.
Sorry, I would have loved other people to go next, but because I just needed to attend to a personal commitment here, that's why I wanted to talk. Christmas, to my own understanding, is a day where the world has, I mean, it's a collective idea to bring about a day where we can celebrate Christ, and it seems the whole world has sort of agreed on this day to be the day we celebrate Christ. But the truth is Christ, do we have to always yearly live, do we have to always assign just one day only to celebrate Christ? Christ should be celebrated every day. And how should we celebrate Christ? Is by living like Christ himself, by continuing the work that Christ has sort of, how do I put it? By following the pathway that Christ laid down for us. And that's how to celebrate Christ in our actions, in how we relate with people. That's how we should celebrate Christ. And Christ is worth celebrating every day, same as other prophets, the ones before him and the one after him. So that's what I think. And the Christmas, to my own understanding, is now a day that has been, how do I put it? It has been commercialized. It's now something that the corporate world just put out there as a day whereby we shop, I mean, it's become the original, how do I put it? The original essence of Christmas is sort of fading away. Now is now a day that has been capitalized, that the corporate world use as an opportunity to sell more goods, to create, artificial things around this day. So that's what I understand it as now. But that being said, also, well, Christmas is a day where people come together. They sort of gather together in love and share goodness amongst each other. So it's a very controversial day, to be honest, in this current times that we are in. But that being said, I wish everyone a merry Sunday ahead as we celebrate this day. Thank you. That's all I want to say. And whomever may be offended, I'm so sorry, but that's my own opinion. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Please, this is a free show. We're not saying anything to offend anybody. So everyone has the right to take offense, actually. If you want to take offense, fine. It's your choice. You have opinion. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. This is getting bigger and I love it. I like it this way. Okay, so please, Mr. Michael, are you there? Mr. Michael, get it. So now, what is Christmas to you? How do you feel during Christmas? What does it show? What do you think? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for this opportunity I have here to express myself, to tell the world about more something we know about Christmas, how the colonial master came to Africa, to colonize us, to even tell us lies of what you don't know about. Because when I was still a young, I was still a young boy. When I was still a teenager, a young boy, I didn't really know more about this, colonizing, come to other person countries, to colonize them, to steal their resources, to call them in other these things to make conflict or to make them to fight each other about the country. I never know about that because our forefathers made a lot of mistake of what they call allowing the white man to come into our land, to colonize us, to steal most of our things down to the country, to make use of it. Now they made a big mistake on that, and I'm sure that some of them, then they realized their mistake of letting the white people come down to our land, to see most of our things, even to change our culture, to change many things about us. Because what I understand by Christmas is that it's a thing we Africa don't know anything about. Because the colonial master came to us now to tell us lies, to bring some religion we doesn't understand to us. And they make us believe it that all what they bring is real and is true, which is a lie. We have our own culture, we have our own things, and the way we do our own things on our own. And when they came to our line, they know that these people are very civilized people. There's a way they worship their own God. There's a way they call their own God. But they brought our own to condemn our own culture, to let us realize that our own culture doesn't exist. I watched the video clip of what our beautiful sister said earlier, and Sister Jokera did, talking about the video clip, how those white men came to our land to colonize us, to steal many of our resources. I mean, our forefathers to take them the slave trade to all over the country. As a Christmas day, I'm going to call it, is a day we are not going to forget. We are going to remember our ancestors. We are going to remember our forefathers, how they suffer, how those white people came into our country, to colonize us, to give us suffering, to lie to us, to steal our resources. That's what I believe a Christmas is, in my own belief. They brought a Christianity, they brought Muslims to our country to tell us that we need to believe in their own way. That's their own way. In Africa, there's a way we do our own things, and there's a way we celebrate our own Christmas and our own New Year. Our own celebration, there's a way we celebrate our own things. So they brought it to us, they compiled it to us, they mandate into us that, okay, this thing you guys have to believe it, and you guys have to do this, and you guys have to do this. Because the way you are celebrating Christmas today, they are celebrating in UK too, all over the world.
I'm here to change the narrative of the world.
But you are not the same thing. Our culture is more different for ourselves. Most of our dresses is not different for ourselves. So as a Christmas today, I don't believe in celebrating Christmas today. Because if I should think about those parts and some history I've go through and some history I've read about the Christmas, today is not supposed to be a Christmas. It's a remembering days for all the bad things those colonial masters have been to us as a country, as a Yoruba person, even a Igbo person, or an African person. So I'm not going to say I want to celebrate a Christmas or this, no. Because they've done us bad, they will make us to fight each other, to believe that real black doesn't exist, that you can't do a good thing in life. That's what the white people have came in to let us realize that. And they see most of our resources to their own time, to use it to establish their own country, to develop their own economy. If we check throughout the African economy today, you can't compare it to the white people because most of our resources, they've already seen it. So I'm going to appeal to most people about the Christmas celebration, to let them know that the Christmas celebration is what we don't understand. We don't know anything about it. Those white man people came in to tell us, okay, this is what they have, this is how it is, this is how this will be, and all we all believe it. Our forefathers believe and even tell us, this new generation, that, okay, this is how we're going to do this, and this is how it's supposed to be. And we even believe in it. Thank God for us that making a lot of research, to let us know that, okay, this is how it's supposed to be, and this is how it's supposed to be. So I'm going to use this platform or this opportunity to plead to all our African brothers and sisters to know a Christmas is a day that we just need to remember our forefathers, the suffering they've gone through, about the trade slavery, and most of the things the white people have came into our country to see most of our resources. You just need to remember that, because our Christian or Muslim, it's not our land, it's not our own culture. It's not what we believe on. It's not what our forefathers believe on. So I'm just going to use this to plead to all African needs, both brother, both sister, and to let us remember our forefathers, and to think twice on how we're going to recover all these solid things, all those colonial masters taken from our country, how to recover everything back, and how to claim our land back, to be free. Because this is time of freedom. This is the time we can claim the freedom for ourselves, to do our things on our own way, not doing it in the wise man way. Because most of the things you are doing presently, you are doing it in the march one way. It's what they told us. Let's do it in our own African way, in our own black way. And let's see how it's going to be. So as for me, I don't believe in celebrating Christmas. So let me just stop there. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Michael. Thank you. I really appreciate that. These are deep thoughts I'm hearing today. Imagine many years ago, during the slave trade, the people that were colonized, the people that were taken as slaves, what do you think they were doing on the 25th of December? Or before then, how do you think they would feel? We're forced to worship the God they didn't know.
I am the Dhamma. I'm here to change the narrative of the world.
Care about the God. Let's not go there. So, but first, to make comments, Ajoke Ade and Mr. Michael are saying something that is relating, something I've been thinking too. Do you believe that yesterday was the World Issue Day? Issue, that's deity issue, Orisha issue. Yesterday was his day, and only very few people knew this. Very few people. In fact, I just stumbled on itself on Twitter. I didn't know until
I am the Dhamma. I'm here to change the
this
narrative
African
of
Youth
the world.
Parliament has done a lot to me. It is reshaping my thinking. This African Youth Parliament and so okay, Dudu Spree. I can tell you, listen to Dudu Spree. If you listen to Dudu Spree as an African, your mindset change, your mind will develop. I'm becoming an African. I'm just becoming a true African. I've been lost for so long, but now I'm getting found. Gradually, I'll get home. So now, I was just discovering that yesterday was Issue Day, and nobody knows about this. Is it the issue that has been castigated, lied about? A lot of things have been said about issues, this, issues, that, issues, this, issue. Things he doesn't even know about. Do you understand? But now look at it. We have other wishes that Africans believe in. Yoruba person, Yoruba religion. That is one thing I'm studying right now. I'm trying to understand it. So Yoruba religion, we have many wishes now. Pantheons, the pantheon. So We have Shango. When is Shango Day? You probably don't know. Nobody is there shouting out, today is Shango Day, everybody is celebrating. But the only two religions we celebrate most in Africa is this Christian, that's Christmas. And Christmas and Islam, Ramadan, that one too. When they kill rams, they are always celebrating it so big. Most people celebrate it more than they celebrate their parents. Religion has become
here
a
to
very
change
big
the
part of
narrative
us.
of the world.
Religion is the deal. And now we are now celebrating foreign religion like it is a do or die affair. If you don't buy Christmas clothes, you are in trouble. You don't fit in. If you don't make Christmas hair, you don't fit in. Yesterday, I almost went to have a haircut and, dress up for Christmas. I was like, like, why? What for? Why can't we celebrate what we have? Do you understand? We have been enslaved, and this slavery is something we don't even want to put down. Slaves that love their chain. That is who Africans are portraying themselves to be. Some people are already waking up. Many people are waking up. And I pray that many more wake up as soon as possible. So, but now, what do you think? Is it that Africans, why do they really celebrate Christmas? Because it's something they don't understand. They don't understand why most people who celebrate Christmas don't even understand. Okay, now, there's a church I attend. Yes, I'm still a member, at least for now. So there's a church I attend. In this church, they don't celebrate Christmas. They have another way they do it. Okay, quickly, I want to welcome you, Joe Inola.
I am here to change the narrative of the world.
Thank you very much for joining us, Phoenix. So now there's these people, this church actually, they don't celebrate Christmas. They don't believe in Father Christmas. In Africa here, we say Father Christmas, Father Christmas, Father Christmas. But actually now, they don't believe in Father Christmas, but they believe in Father Blessing that does the same thing Father Christmas does, but doesn't wear the same clothes. I was not like, what's going on here? The Father Christmas, according what they do is that the Father Christmas will come, that's Santa Claus. There's no way Santa Claus will have Father Christmas. They will come and then they will distribute gifts to children, tell them, hey, well done, are you a good boy? You've been a good boy, you deserve this. I don't know. He does it. So then Father Blessing does the same thing, gives them gifts, and I was like, what the hell is going on? If you want to celebrate Christmas, celebrate it. If you don't want to celebrate
it, change the narrative of the world.
So, what is the essence of Christmas? If you tell me you want to show love, you have every day to show love. One of our panelists, that's Bertie, he said, if you want to, be like Jesus, you can be like Jesus every day. Why can't you be like Jesus every day if that's what you're portraying? But another people, we are now hearing that, these foreign religions have taken over everything. It has taken over everything. That people without Christmas, they can't survive. The only reason why I celebrate Christmas is because, I get to eat free rice for my money. I get to spend time with my family because there is holiday and I can be with my mom, without worrying about work, without worrying about anything. That is one good reason, and everybody comes home. You understand? So, someone is putting it up here. They said the Santa Claus and all the elves. How does it relate to Christmas? How does it relate to Christianity? Do you know, if we start digging deep into the origin of Christmas, the pagan origin of Christmas, we are not going to live here because it is deep and it's full of shit. But then, what I'm now saying is, we have something, we have a spirituality, we have the African spirituality. The African religion contains so much spirituality that makes sense to you, that develops you as a person, that doesn't lie to you, that doesn't take you for who you are, that doesn't want to change you. The Christmas that paints Jesus white and his hair, very straight hair with blue eyes. We can't even go into that because it will just keep going. But now, this panel is for everybody here. This parliament is for you to talk. So, but Ajoke Ade, I think you have something to say. Ajoke Ade, please, what do you think? How can we let people know that we are doing things wrong? How much more? What can we tell them? So please tell me, what do you have in your mind? Just speak it. Thank you.
Oh, if I speak what's on my mind, oh my goodness, the whole world
Please
will
go.
scatter.
We want to shake the world.
Okay, well, I am like Jesus. I did not bring peace. I didn't come in peace today.
The Prince of Peace didn't bring peace, he
It
brought a
is no,
sword.
because yes, if you're on the wrong side, it's
I
gonna
am the
get the
Dama.
And
I'm here
sword
to
out.
change the narrative
If
of the world.
my Jesus sent people packing away from those selling, collecting offerings, selling heads of ekuleja, he took the cane and wiped them. That's kind of Jesus. Ah, no. You see
that
now,
is
yesterday was Eshu Day. Today
yes,
is Christmas, but Jesus' birthday, right? Do you know that
yes,
they decided to paint Eshu so bad? Hello? Now you are
yeah.
wondering why we don't have money, success, because the one that is to help us Beolodumare, like when the angels are bringing blessings, the devil can actually, not the devil,
I am the Dama.
Eshu
I'm
is
here
not
to
the
change the
devil,
narrative of the world.
Eshu is not the devil, and Eshu is not the Satan. Eshu is an avatar, like a missionary, a spiritual agent that can actually either, tó bá rí pé orí ẹ̀ ò sọ nǹkan tó fẹ́ gbà, ó lè dá ibi, ó lè dá, because with God, even the night and the day, they are the same. And that is why even in the scriptures, the devil can
I am the
actually,
Dama.
the
I'm here
devil
to
in
change
the
the narrative
scriptures,
of the world.
I'm not talking about issue. The devil in the scriptures can actually also gather with the sons of God. That means he's also a son in the book of Job. So, like now, if you look at religion keenly, the more you look, the less you see. Oh, yes, yes, it's just a business avenue. Like on a day like this, the CEO of Dudu Spring might be asking us, how much have you raised today? Everybody is on holiday. What shout out programs have you, it's always like that. This generation is conscious of money. But thank God, Benny, expensive English wedding. Who that one concern? See, until you begin to live against the norm, COVID-19 taught us a very good lesson. Yes, I started my freelancing during the COVID-19. I was just a bit lucky because December 2019, I changed everything about me, not my marriage. Anyways, but every other thing that is known about Ajoke changed. And my husband accepted the change. I changed my career, I changed my line of work, I changed everything. I started pursuing who I should be. I started looking at, because I saw our fathers, because I knew a bit about Yoruba culture, that when you grow to a certain age, there are some characters that shouldn't be found with you. Like, you shouldn't go about philandering. By 60, 50, you must have gotten the number of wives you intended to marry. They expect a certain level of stability. People can actually, even if you have made mistake, you can actually tell your children, I made mistake in marrying several wives. There's a way that agbalagba kì í ṣe langba. But I saw that this generation, these our agbalagbas, all these our daddies,
I am the
Saki
Dama. I'm
one,
here to
you just
change
see the
the
way they were
narrative of the world.
doing, even in their 90s, still going after young girls, and it's just as if African elders are just all about whatever is in the skirts, and the women are just all about doing, going back to scatter their sons' marriages. And I was just wondering, I say, are we that bad? Are we that bad? And I began to question who I am. Then I went back to study who we are. Like, I wanted to know. I was intentional. I wanted to know whether we are truly bad. It's okay if we are bad. Because those people are up north, we know that Their blood they always boil. Then they kill. Yamutu lie. Bismillah lie. It is not the religion, it is who they are. Yes, it is who they are. Go to the northern part. Biologically, everything where they know, they always dry. So things they hard. So even if they vex, it's normal. It is in their DNA. They have this aggressive hormones, abundant. And here for the south, we get plenty water and we get culture. But somehow I'm beginning to see that even we are losing that. Then I asked myself a question. Who are we? I wanted to know, even if we are bad, it's okay. Then we can start rewriting the story, writing what we want the children to know about who we are. And God helped me. I met the traditionalist, late 2019, early 2020. And I now saw that, and I began to learn about Eseifa. And I remember all these akanlo that I used to learn, like ọmọ má kánjú, orí ló bá bẹ́ẹ̀, like tó o bá gbórí owó wáyé, tó o bá kánjú, tó wówó, o kò sí nǹkan tó fẹ́ fowó yẹn ṣe, ó máa pa ẹ́ ni. Ìfá ẹni tí ò bá gbórí ọmọ wáyé, kó bí gba ọmọ ẹ̀kọ́ ò lè sí, ó kàn máa ṣàṣedànù ni. Then I began to understand the position of knowing who you are, the Akosenjayes. Then I now knew who I am. The Jesus I saw, the one that taught me the scriptures and all the scriptures, the goodness of being an African, did not wear white linen. He wore agbada. Maybe that's why I am this lucky. Every night I sleep, I don't share this with people. Every night I sleep, this aged man comes to me and he shows me he will tell me stuffs, and I will wake up early in the morning. That's the first thing I will write. Like the documentary I wrote out this morning, they were the thoughts I woke up with. Even those who might have listened to it, my voice was not too good, but it was a message I cannot but share. And lo and behold, I went online to research and I saw, wow, Ted had even done something about it. I saw other materials. It's okay. So for me to have this as somebody who have worked on it, then let me bring it to the limelight. So now, the truth of the matter is we have been shortchanged and the system is against us. The day you understand that all the foreign religions, they have just one agenda: to make merchandise out of us. I did history of education, and in fact, if not that I know who I am, I wouldn't even like anything associated with white. The history of education in African countries is a typical example of slavery. We were taught to
I'm here to change the narrative of the world.
When our own forefathers taught us to honor everybody that is elderly. Even when we have misunderstanding, we don't go about killing people. These foreign religions taught us to kill, steal, destroy. Here we are today. Jesus lived a legacy. The legacy he left is different from what we are doing today. Because you cannot, there's no way you can use lie to tell the truth. Like you want to use lie to qualify the truth. It is not possible. The disciples of Jesus celebrate Christmas? The answer is no. The early Christians, were they going about like this? The answer is no. In fact, being called a Christian wasn't even fascism. It wasn't something that is cool. No, it wasn't cool then. You can't even say you're a Christian. It's people that will see and say, this one a Christian, I want to be niye. But now they have decided to make,
I'm here to change the narrative of the world.
I told my husband something. I said, say African pastors, African elders, they will tell you that their women cannot preach. Let me shake this table and break it. Their women cannot preach. But when the Queen of England when she was alive, Sakie, God bless her memory, because she did well for her people. She was the head of the Anglican Church. She was the head. And can we shake this table? But when they come to Africa, there's a way they tend to make you feel like you cannot do it. And that was why I was angry at the meeting the other day. Obìnrin, what's wrong with being obìnrin? You menstruate and so what? What's the difference? It's just for, what's it, functionality is just to give birth. It's just for procreation. If you have been trained well, you are not used as a slave. I see women who are just practically slaves in their husband's house. Thank God I'm a married woman. At the point, my mom was even scared. He said, "Allah ma je ko roko." I said to me, "But they roko mi ri náà nìyẹn." Because it's just as if to be a woman on the continent of Africa, you have to be a slave. And then now, it is just that ẹrú ń pẹrú lẹ́rú ni. The men themselves, when they go up north, they are the ones telling you at home, don't kneel down for your parents. They will go and be kneeling down for some people. Tí ò tiẹ̀ tó baba ńlá baba wa, àníyà ń jẹ wá. And when they see all these Oyinbo coming, I've been to a bit of their meetings when people come from Chatham House. You know, when Oyinbo come from Chatham House, they will all be shaking, all dressed up. These are people tó máa lẹ̀ mọ́ in Nigeria. They cannot even hold microphone to compose simple English. It is just because we have been colonized, and our system is just to colonize us. There are questions we should ask ourselves. Who says we should go to school in Africa from morning till 4 p.m.? Who says that? From morning? Who even says, is that even in our way of life? Our forefathers, when they wake up in the morning, they first go to the farm. Go and check out schools that are in villages. The children first farm. Then after we farm a bit, we go for breakfast, we do the morning class, we learn better during the evening, towards the evening, through stories, and then when it's after the evening lesson, the children go sleeping, thinking over the lessons they've learned. But see the life they have given to us. It is not just Christmas that is the problem. It is just the fact that we don't understand who we are. I took the teenagers out to celebrate Christmas, right? On the 22nd. We got to the place, the big game center, and you will see there was a guy who walked up to me, Christmas party. He said he wants to paint my children's face. I said, I went with my biological son and all my foster kids. I said, excuse me, you want to paint their faces? I said, I don't allow that. He was not looking at me that as funky as I could be. I said, no, because I know this painting is Halloween. Why will I be doing Christmas and do Halloween painting? See how messed up we are. Christmas, we want to paint faces, and it's Halloween design we will still do. So it is a big deal. Honorable Speaker, the only way out is for us to actually discover ourselves, one person at a time. See our grandparents. If you have not seen the 2 hours plus Christmas party, the African Christmas party, you just watch it. It will help you learn. You will see what our fathers think, our grandparents, what they think, what's running through their mind when they are talking about Christmas. It's just about fanfare. So you are trying to be born again now when the foundation is already faulty. Just like the Bible says, what can the righteous do? Absolutely nothing. So the only way out is for us to go back to our roots. I don't have issue with Christianity. I don't have issue with Islam. I have issue with the fact that those who are propagating these gospels, they are colonizing us again. And I say no to colonization in all its forms, colors, and shade. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you very much, Ajoki Ade. I think we need to be born again.
I am the Dhamma. I'm here to change the
We
narrative
need to
of
be
the world.
born again. I'm not telling you to go and get baptized, to go and confess Jesus as your Lord and personal Savior. No. I need you to confess Africa as your blood and your humanity as who you are. Just like
May I say something, sir?
Please go ahead, by all means.
Okay, like when you're talking about this being born again of a thing, I remember when I moved from one denomination to the other. In fact, 3 denominations. I was born in a denomination, grew up in another. Then when I set out to start living, joined another denomination, then got married into the denomination where I was born. So you see my cycle. So now I am also finding myself. So moving, the denomination where I grew up, that was where I got baptized. 12 years of age. We went through all those, even I didn't know. I did not understand what it means to be born again. I did not understand. But they say, repeat after me. I said those things, and they can't see my face. Let me bring myself out. So now I just went through all this. I gave my life to Christ. Then I met this ancient man who will always come disturb me in my dreams. He was agbada. Maybe that's why I'm different. He would tell me things. I would wake up writing them down, and I would keep looking for where to corroborate them. And I would, I would just be like, this word, I must not lose it. And this I experienced, because when I met my husband, I said, are you born again? That's why it's a bit easier. And I was like, what's your concept of being born again? I'm not talking about going to that church. No. I want to know who you are. And we were able to reach an equilibrium. Okay, he understood me, I understood him. Okay, now this journey we can begin. I just say, this is a journey to self-discovery. That's who I am, on a journey to self-discovery. And I'm going to find myself. So where am I going to? But you won't believe it. I still believe
I'm here to change the narrative of the world.
Baptism I did at 12. I was cool with it because I don't want to go get immersed again. And I took it. I believed in it. See me till tomorrow. I believed in that. But as I'm moving from one denomination to the other, they keep asking me to go do baptism again. Then I'm asking them, is it a different Jesus? No, it's not a different Jesus. If it's a different Jesus, you may ask me to go do it. But if it's the same, I'm doing nothing. Okay. They say, oh, so if I did not do, I cannot become, I speak. I say, you cannot. I say, oh, if it's okay. If I can't take Bible study, it's cool. I don't need a church to make positive change in the world. I said, you cannot become this. I said, so I have to baptize now to enter. Is it Jesus I'm baptizing for?
I'm here to
or
change
for your
the narrative of the world.
denomination? So you see, we are all coming together today. People who are even telling you they are not celebrating Christmas. It's not that they are not celebrating Christmas. They are actually doing things worse than Christmas. They are doing things worse than Christmas. Anybody that is telling you, hey, me, I hate Christmas. Can you come? I will never. Speaking against it, watch the person's life keenly. He's also doing something way, way worse than Christmas. So the thing is, how well have you discovered yourself before you start saying, some of us, we don't even know who we are. So how will you now know Jesus? How will you now know? You don't even know you that you're even, some of us, how many of us have actually thanked, like thank Olodumare, thank all these gods who did not allow us to be killers. Some people, their own forefathers made them killers. How well? We, till tomorrow, we are still calm. Even when we see somebody who do bad things, we still speak against it. There are some people who their forefathers made them worse. And they still, in America, they do Halloween. That November, October, last day in October till the first day of November. Do you know what they celebrate? The opening of the portal between heaven and earth. That is when they believe that their own dead, they come to the earth and they will go back before the following morning. That is Halloween. Oyinbo package is Halloween. And they tell you that you should insult your own forefathers. This Oyinbo package Christmas now, we don't even understand the head and the tail. Until COVID-19 came, we did not even understand who we are. Before, if you don't go to church on Sunday, it's as if you're gonna die the following morning. COVID-19 came, we were in the house, locked down, 3 good months. And then we prayed to God during then. Some of us were terribly sick. I went through it. I almost passed out. And I was like, shame not about join count I want to COVID. Here I am today. I did not go to any pastor and I was healed. Because at that time there was no vaccine safe. So I say if COVID-19 did not kill me, wetin go kill me, eh? E go be say wetin God wan make it kill me. Because COVID-19 is actually real. It took my breath. COVID-19 took my breath. I became paralyzed. I could not carry on. I was alone with my son. And I only begged Olodumare to help me. So here we are. And then when I was taken to the hospital, they could not even have anything to give us. So it's a big deal. It's a big deal. I rest my case, so it's a big deal. It's a big deal. And until we wake up, we will just continue this. It's a mess. And that's the truth. Let's tell ourselves the truth. I am no more faking my reality. Ẹ ṣé púpọ̀.
Thank you very much, Ajokade. This is African Youth Parliament. This is African Youth Parliament. You know, here,
I am the Dama. Here to change the narrative of the world.
you know, you hear what you have to hear. There is a lot, there's so much darkness. You know? When I mean darkness, like mysteries, I'm not going to say mysteries, or things we refuse to search. Do you know, like they say African men don't read, like Africans, we don't read, and that is our problem. Do you know, they will take away yours and give them theirs, paint theirs white. They tell you black is evil, don't they? They tell you black is bad. Black represents negativity. Black represents inferiority. In fact, if you dream about seeing a black cloth, you are in soup. If you dream and see a black man, oh my God, you probably saw the devil. Oh, girl. So I can't believe, you know, what you've said now is so true. A lot of things have been done to Africans, a lot of brainwashing. So you need to rewash and, you know, unlearn all those things we've learned. And that is why we're here today. So what is Christmas again? Once again, what is Christmas to you? You know, today is we're on a series of controlling what controls you. And this month we'll be talking about religion. And religion has so much effect on people. Religion has held people down. Religion will make a man, you have money, and you would, just because this person is not practicing your religion, you will not help that person. Religion is what makes you separate yourself from your family. There's a part in the Bible that says, if you must follow me, that is Jesus speaking, you have to take up your cross daily. You have to leave your wife, your father, your husband, you know. In fact, they even say you have to hate. That was what the word in King James Version.
I am the Dama. I'm here to change the narrative of the world.
Hate yourself too before you follow me. When people have taken it, you know, real seriously, that they actually left their parents just because they want to follow Jesus. You know, people hate other people just because of religion. Religion has done so many to us. And now Christmas is here. Do you know, many people feel like Christmas, though it is the moment to share love and show joy and express yourself, but a lot of things are missing. I am an advocate. I can't qualify myself as an advocate. I'm one of the small voices that is speaking for us to go back and understand who we are, just like Ajoke Ade has said. I've been telling people, do you know, when I talk about our Orishas, that's African spirituality, Yoruba to be precise, Yoruba spirituality. When I talk about Orishas, the way people look at me, then they tell me you are backsliding. Tell me what's wrong with you. And I just tell them, I just woke up. That is what's wrong with me. I just woke up and you are still sleeping. You know, people don't want to hear what they've been told in church is all they want to know. They don't want to know anything more, anything less. They believe in faith and they tell you that this is faith, that you just have to believe it the way they tell you. What is that? That is stupidity. You can have faith, fine. I'm not telling you not to have faith. Faith is everything. Faith is almost everything, but you don't drop your brain. You don't drop your brain and just use faith. Faith, yeah, but use your brain, study. The Bible says, even the Bible says, study to show yourself approved, right? You need to dig knowledge. Knowledge, wisdom is the principal thing. In all your findings, in all your gettings, get wisdom, get understanding, man. But people,
I am here to change the narrative of the
if
world.
only you know who you are as an African, if only you understand your own spirituality. You know, one of our panelists said something. He was like, "What is the essence of this and that?" Oh, sorry, I can see your hand up, Bertie. Okay, you please quickly come in. Want to know what do you think? I can always stop. Please, you can unmute yourself.
Please continue. I'm enjoying what you're saying. And if you once you've landed with what you're saying, then I can just continue. I just wanted to add to what our sister Ajoke has touched on, and it's probably in line with what you have also talked about. But please continue. What you're saying is very crucial.
Oh, okay. So, you know, and they tell us things, you know, whenever I talk about my spirituality, my new findings, people start telling me things like, you're multi-backslide. Like, someone was telling me yesterday, I don't even know who you are anymore. I was like, hey. Being the same person, like I'm still the person you know. So I am the same person you have always known, but, you know, just look at me like I'm a different person. The people I've been associating with, even my own mother, no, nothing wrong with my mom. We're very cool, but she has been calling me Babalawo. Any small thing, Babalawo. I feel Bible. Babalawo, one of her Bible. Then I'll laugh. I'll be like, like what happened? So I cannot read Bible again. So it's getting funny how people are looking at me. And the same is happening to everybody, but we all just need to open our eyes and wake up to the truth. Go find out who you are. Miss Ajoke said, we're on a journey of self-discovery. That is what I've been chanting. When she said it, I just laughed. I was like, wow, thank God. I'm on a journey of self. I want to know who I am. I'll come back to this Akosejaye because even this, I was discovering my mother. Let me deviate a little bit. Not even deviating. I want to buttress my point. My mother is the daughter of a Babalawo, of an Ifa priest. It's so painful to me that he's no longer alive. I would have loved to meet him to understand more. But she came to Lagos, you know, she got converted, you know, things. And since then, she doesn't believe in things like that. I was asking about Akose Jayi. Do you know what she told me? She was like, she does not have Akose Jayi. I laughed. I was like, okay. Then later, I kept drilling her. It turns out she understands everything. In fact, when she was young, she experienced it. But because she's a Christian now, she doesn't follow the principles. She doesn't do anything. She believes, I separate myself from every idol. I separate myself from every Orisha. I am no longer. You cannot
change the narrative
of the world. You cannot purge that blood from you. You can only make yourself a better version of you. So let me not continue here because we have hands up. Please, Bertie, you can speak, please. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I think we are just inspiring each other, and it's sort of good to, you know, share our opinions like this because, you know, for some of us who have realized who we are, and to some extent, and also we've pondered on why and how and what of the things around us. A lot of people now see us as, you know, like Bessie saw, they are running away from us, thinking that something we've been possessed or something. And so it's good that we share our opinions now like this, so we don't think we are the ones that is just crazy. So let me now touch on what I wanted to say. I'll put it this way: it'll be like open questions to our listeners. If we look at our fingerprints, everywhere in the world, it's unique, it's different. Like the thumb, the fingerprint, there's a reason why they use fingerprints, for example, when you want to travel or for documentations. is because it's unique. So do you not think that God created you to live uniquely so you can perform an assignment? But no, the systems that are around us have compelled us to behave in a one manner, and this uniform manner.
Oh, okay. I think it's network. Is that can you hear us? Okay, I think it is network. So yeah, like we were saying. So now you see in most religions, the foreign religions, when you get converted to their religion, you take up their name. I was explaining to someone that actually
I am here to change the narrative of the world.
Islam, I'm not saying anything bad about any religion. I'm just trying to point some things out in my religion, in the religion of my fathers, in African religion, in Yoruba religion. Islam now it was and could still be, or is still, and the religion of the Arabs. That is why they use hijabs. Before they came, nobody was using hijab. The only thing we used on our head was gele and so on. Gele, you understand? So, but when they came, and because that was their own traditional religion. For the Israelites, their own traditional religion was Jewish and maybe Buddhism, one other one, and plus Christianity later. That is their own traditional religion. That is why whenever you convert to their religion, they give you their name. You dump your name. Your name is Okikiola. Your name is Ifamuyiwa. They will tell you, no, you are no longer Ifamuyiwa. You are now Michael. You are now David. You are now John. I'm not John. But, well, they start telling you things like that. If you convert, they tell your name is not Abdul Karim, then it is always their own language, their own stuff. They compel you to leave everything that is yours, to stop being an African, to stop being you, and to become them. Look at that. And that is very bad. That is not what we want. Yeah, we want you to be the best of yourself. Be the best you can be. Be the best version of yourself. The best version of their mind is what we want. And the best way to get it now, I'm not realizing that African religion, I'm not preaching African religion. I want you to go and do your research. Everyone listening to us right now, wherever you are, go and do your own research. Think about it. Open your heart. Be ready to new learning. Be ready to think deeper. So today now, we don't want you to feel we're trying to condemn Christmas. No, we're not trying to condemn Christmas. We're just trying to tell you that if Christmas is just about showing love and compassion, you can show it every day. You don't have to kill chicken before I don't know why you are killing chicken for another person's birthday. You didn't even ask us to celebrate it out. You can kill whatever you like. You don't have to put on red and white and green. Nobody compels you to do anything. You can even celebrate this so-called Christmas every day if it's just about sharing love. What I mean is you can share love every day. Africa practice communism. So, everybody is sharing everybody's everything. Everybody's sharing everybody's everything. That means I can come to your house and fetch water. I can enter your house and fetch water. That means I can come to your backyard. But the moment this foreign religion start coming in, we start seeing the devil.
I'm here to change the narrative of the world.
They start bringing idolatry. They invented idolatry. Idolatry, we call it that. They invented it. We don't have anything called idolatry. Orisha is not idol. Orisha does not translate to idol. Orisha is Orisha. Orisha does not even correctly translate to deity. It is beyond that. You understand? But they are just they are not big enough to understand. That is why they just use the closest thing for them. So that is one thing. Then you have to understand that then there were no fences. In fact, nobody could really harm anybody. We had witches, of course. We had some things. No community is perfect. But it was not like this. People had fear. People had honor. In fact, I was doing a research, I was doing a study by one brother, I posted it, and I was now following it up and reading things. These whites, the people that brought religion, were the same people that brought democracy, were the same people that brought corruption and lies and thieving and destroying other people. You know, a lot of things have been destroyed since the conception, or since the inception, or since the introduction of foreign religion into our community. Africa needs to purge herself. Africa, you need to purge yourself of all this. And you need to understand that life is beyond religion. Life is beyond all this. So discover who you are. Go back to your roots. Find yourself, and that is what we're advocating for. So thank you very much today. Ajoke Ade, or Mr. Michael, Miss Kemi, Roti, do you have anything to say before we round up, please, before we conclude? Do you have anything to say? Okay, yeah, you are back, Mr. Roti. Okay, please, let's hear you, Roti. The internet.
Oh, okay. I'll just make it really quick. Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead. When you're through, I'll come in.
Oh, okay. So what I was talking about before is our fingerprint, and we can see that it's unique. It means we are uniquely sent to this world for a unique purpose, and that purpose that for which we were sent to this world, we will be accountable for it on the day of judgment. Now you see now the true purpose of life. Now the prophets that came, they came to show us the way on how to fulfill our mission. And today we are celebrating Christmas. Did Jesus started Christmas? So this is where we need to be pondering, what we need to be pondering on. Some of these things we practice. Do these prophets practice them? Are they the one that gave it to us? And talking about the idolatry stuff, I want all of us to go back to our places of worship and all those things that we put there, the figures. When Jesus was alive, did he kneel down in front of any figurine or anything? We have Saint Maria figurine, we have all these things. Did he do all this? So these are the things we need to be pondering on to help us to. So we are not condemning the faith or the worship of our Almighty God. We are not condemning this, and we are not condemning our prophet. But it's the practices that we are doing that we are trying to checkmate. Is it for us? For me, I believe that the prophets that were sent, yes, they were sent to the world to give us a message, to lay down a pathway for us on how to best worship our Lord, the one that the creator of the whole universe. And what we're now supposed to do as Africans is to adopt that message into our own way of living. That way we'll be able to serve God properly. The people that have brought their own religion to us, it works for them. That's why you see their country is working fine, because their own culture is their own belief that they've adopted the Christ teachings, the Muhammad teachings, they've adopted it into their system. Even if you look in the Arab countries, the message that the Prophet Muhammad brought to the world, they've taken it and adopted it into their own way of life. That's why you have what they have now. It doesn't mean we should now take the same thing exactly. No, we should take the message that Muhammad has brought, then put it into our own way of living. We should take the message that Jesus Christ has brought and put into our own way of living. That way we are now going to worship God properly, because we are doing it in the way that we are uniquely made. That's what we need to start understanding. So we need to look deeply into who are we and why are we doing all the things that we are doing. That's what we are trying to say. So thank you very much. That's all I've got for now. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, sir. We really appreciate that. That is very true. All right, thank you very much. Okay, because of our time, Mr. Michael, please, you are on. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. This is just going to serve an advice or taken to most of our listeners listening to us for this program. What I'm going to say is that just want an advice. Let's know who you are as an African person. Let's know the reason why we are here. This to let all these leaders know that don't let us enslave our fellow African person. In Africa. Africa, we all believe that, okay, as the colonial master have come to enslave us, let us to enslave our most and African people too. Let us have the belief that we came to life, so everybody is equal. It's not that to enslave ourselves. Let us have the belief and let them know enslaving other is not good. Understand? Everybody have the freedom of speech, freedom of everything. If things are in order, everybody is going to be equal. Because things are not in order, that's why everybody are not equal. But let them have the mentality. Let them know, okay, only we want to be this, only we want to be this position, only want to not be the president, or to be this. Let them have the mentality. It's not like that. Let us carry everybody along and to believe in ourselves and praise the unity all around the Africa, even in Yoruba land. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. We really appreciate this. That's the fusion of what both Bugatti and Mr. Michael have said now. We even with Ajoke Ade and even Mommy Miss Miriam here, Miss Kemi. So now is self-discovery, discovering yourself, knowing, understanding your uniqueness, then putting it together, applying your Africanism, knowing who you are as an African, then applying it to your life. You are not just created for your own purpose, to serve your own purpose. You are not created just to buy car and have a house and study and have master's, PhD and that's all. And have children, get married, that's all. That is not all. We are created to, do a lot more. Like, what about build the world? What about make the world a better place? What about build communities? What about make the life of other people better? What about leave a solid legacy? There's a lot of things we could be. There's a lot we could do. And that would be so wonderful. It will be just so wonderful for you. And discovering yourself go a long way. So I'm also enjoining everybody. Do what you can to discover yourself. Go as far as possible. Know who you are as an African. Know who you are as a person, as an individual. Then fill your place. It is a circle. This life, there's a vacuum for everybody. And there's a vacuum you must fill. Okay, yes, Bertie, you can add something. Thank you very much. Before we go, yeah, just 1 minute. Thank you.
Yeah, I just wanted us to know that the reason why we have Christianity today, that we have Islam today, and whatever we think we practice, even our own prophets within the Yoruba race, is because they were being themselves. So, like you just said, self-discovery. We need to discover. Oh, sorry. Can you hear now?
Yes, I can actually hear you.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, we can hear you.
Okay. Can everyone hear me now?
I can hear Mr. Michael, please. Can you still hear him?
Brotty, please keep speaking. I guess it's Mr. Michael's network.
Okay. We need to go through this journey of self-discovery, and thank God for example, the Yorubas. Now we are discovering ourselves, and it's very important that we go through this self-discovery, because the reason why we have Christianity, like I've said, Islam and everything, is because Jesus was being himself. If Jesus had not gone through that self-discovery journey and know who he is, he wouldn't have been able to, save us, as we say. If Muhammad has not been the person he was supposed to be, he wouldn't have seen the revelation as he has it today. So as the Ifa, the Oromilas, the Obatalas, all these people were being themselves. So we are all unique. You can't say that God just created us to just come and go to school and buy car and get married and all that. So we need to rethink. That's all I wanted to add. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Bugatti. Thank you very much, everyone. So, you just reminded me of that place in the Bible where Jesus was asking people. He asked his disciples, he said, "Who do people say I am?" That was the question of self-discovery. They answered, some people say you're John the Baptist, some people say you're Elijah, and so on. Then I said, "But who do you say I am?" You understand? When they answered, it was like, "Yes, that is who I am." Like, he quoted the case. He said something. flesh and blood. So, but now they say even Jesus Christ knew who he was. That is why you can't just tell me that this is who you are. You actually know, oh, actually, yeah, this is who I am. I'm not Elijah, I'm not John the Baptist. I am Jesus. Understand? So you too know who you are. The prophet Muhammad, yeah, he also knew who he was. So just like our brother said now. So discover yourself. Go on that journey of self-discovery. Christmas, share your love, share your happiness. You can do that every day for the rest of your life. But now, we shouldn't take the foreignness, the things that don't make sense, anything that doesn't make enough sense to you. You should at least put it aside. Take the good, leave the bad. Take the good, as much good as you can, and leave the bad aside. Nothing is perfect. So I believe we've listened to something today. Today's show is something I love very much, and I will even go back and listen to it again. So thank you very much, everyone who attended this meeting, who attended today's edition. So I really appreciate you. Very big thanks to Dudu Square FM, the first and only Pan-African radio. I really love it. I really love today's show. Yes, my brother, take the good, take the bad. So I actually learned it from Ajoke Ade. So Ajoke Ade, yeah, courtesy Ajoke Ade. I've given her, she's the owner of the patent. She said it a long time ago, and I never forgot. I'll never forget. So that is it. So so that is that about that. So thank you very much, African Youth Parliament. Thank you very much, Dudu Square FM, the first and only Pan-African Radio. Those of you listening to us, watching us right now on YouTube, thank you very much. Thank you for joining us every single time. Next week we'll be here again by 4 o'clock. I wish you a very Merry Christmas. The Christmas of your choice. The Christmas to remember. The Christmas to do what you have to do, not what you have been told to do. You are not a sheep. You are an African. You are not a follower. You are a leader. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much, everyone who attended today's show. Thank you, Ajoke Ade. We really appreciate you. Thank you, Brother T. Thank you, Ms. Kemi. Thank you, Phoenix. Thank you, Michael. Thank you for your contribution. Thank you for your contribution to the world. The world.
Damai.
Yes.
I am Mrs. Adekemi Adetoye. Don't let my husband come and catch you.
Okay, ma. Yes, ma. Mrs. Kemi Adetoye. Thank you very much. Really appreciate you. Thank you very much. Thank you for everything. And thank you. I know you understand. Okay, so thank you for today's show. Next week at 4 o'clock.
This is Do the Spray FM, Pan-African Radio. Good morning.
You are listening to Dodo Spray FM, Pan-African Radio.
Lie. What you want to be say? We want make people know. Say something don't dig ground before it will come. This Africa where you see so, we don't dig ground. We've been doing lots of things. We've been doing lots of wonders before the Americans, the Westerners came here. And this our generation were here, won't turn the story around. Our own generation, we're going to tell people say we fail. Our own generation go they encourage people. The people will go come after us, they go know say we don't do big thing. I'm gonna pass you méje yàyà mẹ́fà. All them are tell you what. We're going to tell you. So everything we've done is what they will follow. And we'll make sure we lay down good and solid foundation for them.